between I-395. We're at M&T Bank. Hey, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ravens. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And you can say so many positive things about him as a player. Durable, guy's got a big right arm. Receivers absolutely love him to be able to go downfield and grab the football. But I think he elevates his play. In fact, I know he elevates his play when he gets to the postseason. And that's the kind of guy you want leading your team.
And right away, he lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flacco here on second down. He's got time. Still back there. And this will be incomplete.
Holding offense.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hey, move 45. Move 45.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
With it is Brown. Oh, little 360. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
And that one is going to set the offense back. Now it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 35 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
And incomplete. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Flacco finding time. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The 2014 Pro Bowler, Lawrence Timmons, coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that brings... Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's got the AFC leader in receiving yards last year, Antonio Brown. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him?
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On second down, Flacco to throw. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, he tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come up in an offset eye. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Flacco setting up the screen for West. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Passing play. Flacco. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And no retirement here. The first catch for Steve Smith. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good for Baltimore first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Surveying the field. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back in.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the rookie Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. So if you like field goals, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Steelers a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They come out here in the eye. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Brought in by Coates. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Giving, and it'll be a second down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
On second down, it's Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They begin here with a run by West. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Flacco here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. The open man is Smith. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this one caught by Coates. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
He finds Coates complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to get traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's caught at the 3. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down. From the 3 now, it's second and goal. This is Bell, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra defensive back in the game here on third and goal. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start on the ground with West. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They'll come out in the pistol. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st and goal here from the 9. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Sammy Coates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And now they're in the hurry-up. Setting to throw. Flacco finds his man. Watson over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So just about a minute to go here. Tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
He's got time. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Pressure mounting. Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. Complete to Watson, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Flacco. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Flacco to throw. Finding time. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Offense.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run again here with West. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Here's West. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. To the right side to Aiken. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Flacco looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This is West. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On the ground, it's West again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Over the middle to Smith. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated.